In this Future Weapons, how to turn an ordinary civilian vehicle into a mobile fortress. But is it tough enough to withstand an improvised explosive device?
If you gotta go to a dangerous place, this is the vehicle to do it in.
The Israeli spy plane that's small enough to fit into a backpack and smart enough to land all by itself. Perfect landing. And this amazing robotic vehicle called the Mule. It takes the donkey look out of any mission.
There are over 4,000 robots being used in Iraq.
I'm Mac, and this is Future Weapons.
Imagine you're a driver on an executive protection detail. Your passenger is a VIP, and your job is to deliver him to his destination through a highly dangerous combat area.
Driving through hostile territory is one of the scariest things you'll ever have to do. Every place is a potential choke point, an ambush site, kill zone.
Despite what you may think, a standard commercial vehicle offers almost no protection at all. But then it depends on what you're driving. These vehicles may look exactly like a regular SUV you'd see on a highway, but looks can be deceptive.
One of these vehicles is not like the other. One of them, well, just ain't as cool. And that's because one can stop a .50 caliber round in an IED attack, and the other can't. But don't feel bad if you can't tell the difference. That's the point. They may look the same, but this baby right here has it all. Ram bumpers, run flat tires, thick armored doors, bullet-resistant glass. If you gotta go to a dangerous place, this is the vehicle to do it in.
BAE Systems recently purchased Senegon, one of the world's leaders in the field of vehicle armoring. I've come to its North American headquarters in Fairfield, Ohio, to find out just what it takes to turn a regular vehicle into a mobile fortress.
It's a tool. You want to have a tool to provide to that client and access a means of providing them security.
Darren Flynn is the Director of Sales for North America.
We do vehicles such as Mercedes, vehicles such as Suburbans, vehicles as Land Cruisers, a lot of varieties of vehicles.
Starting with a standard commercially available vehicle, the BAE Systems Senegon team takes just 2 weeks to complete the transformation.
The vehicle comes to this stage, and what happens to the vehicle is it gets torn all the way down.
Eric Davis is BAE Systems Ohio plant manager.
First thing that'll come off would be the doors. All right, we got to open the entrance into the vehicle, so we'll pull all the doors off. The next thing we'll do, we'll go in there and we'll take the seats out. And then from there, we can start tearing out all the trim panels. And basically at that point, you're looking at what the vehicle is in this stage here.
Then the work really starts, welding individually hand-fashioned armor plate to each section of the vehicle's skeleton.
So in 14 days, at 10 hours a day, they strip out all the luxury, put in all that safety armor, put all that luxury back, and for a couple $100,000, one of these could be yours.
But for that kind of price tag, you don't just get a car that's ready for trouble. You get a level of security that is tailor-made to suit the environment it'll be working in.
In Latin America, it's more of like a handgun market. You go over into Iraq and places like that, you're dealing with IED threats. And then you go to a head of state vehicle. A head of state vehicle might be, armor-piercing rounds with raised roofs. There's all kinds of different features.
What we got here, standard ordinary door. Now, guys driving through dangerous parts of the world, IEDs are a major factor. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna test this door with a 20mm fragmentation simulation projectile. 3, 2, 1, fire.
The door is punctured, leaving a small, neat little hole. But on the other side, shards of white-hot metal fly out in all directions. Scale that up to a full-sized IED attack on a regular vehicle, and you can see for yourself just how little chance of survival there really is. let's take a look at what BAE Systems Senegon can do to turn things around.
This gigantic hunk of aluminum is what they would put in a vehicle when they want to up-armor it to stop an IED attack. We're going to fire the 20mm FSP round into this and see what happens.
3, 2, 1, fire.
The velocity we shot this is typical of an artillery shell.
Artillery shell?
Yeah.
We see a big hole there, and we see pretty much nothing on the back, no penetration.
No, not even a bulge.
That's the metalwork taken care of. But there's another area that needs special protection.
Glass. It's the most important part on an armored vehicle. Why? You need to see out of it. More importantly, people can see in and shoot at your guy. It needs to be able to survive a major assault.
The glass in these vehicles is a composite of many layers of glass, acrylic, and other special materials. Again, each piece is individually made specifically for each vehicle and the threat level.
Three, 2, 1, fire.
Look at this. Wow. All right, here's the test. You can definitely see penetration, no doubt about it. Looks like it shattered a lot of the glass. But as we come back here, we see a big bulge.
No penetration.
It's interesting because it's almost like it's a net capturing that round, isn't it?
Oh, it acts as like a catcher's mitt.
And we'd still be able to keep moving and get the heck out of there.
Oh, definitely.
The ability to get the heck out of there is just as important as the armor itself. Weighing 30 pounds per square foot, the armor adds over 2.5 tons to a large SUV like this, pretty much doubling the weight. Even with a beefed-up suspension, shock absorbers, and brakes, this totally changes how the vehicle behaves. It takes some skill and technique, but I'm able to handle it because of my security detail training.
Very nice.
And it's a small price to pay when lives depend on the car you're driving.
Gotta be definitely heads up right now. I am the lead car in a 2-car convoy. Our protectee is in the second car. Essentially, I'm the shield. We got a checkpoint right there. I want to leave a little room just to see what's going on.
The vehicles are intact and the VIP is unharmed, all thanks to BAE Systems' bulletproof reputation. Next, is it a bird? Is it a plane? It's the super smart spy in the sky that's so small it fits in a backpack. I'm traveling through Israel, one of the world's leading pioneers in the all-important field of unmanned reconnaissance systems.
It's said that knowledge is power. You can have great troops, you can have great plans, but in order to have a great performance, you need great information. Nothing is more valuable in that moment than real-time, easy-to-use intelligence about what is happening in that battle space.
I'm on my way to a remote test site south of Jerusalem to check out their latest surveillance creation, a tactical eye in the sky that can relay information instantly to the guys on the front line. Unmanned aerial vehicles are the future weapons of the sky. The United States Global Hawk, Predator, and a whole range of other UAVs have become indispensable weapons of war. These spy planes are designed to fly at high altitudes for long periods, and they do it brilliantly. But what if you need something you can launch in seconds to give you an immediate bird's-eye view of the situation in front of you? This is Skylark. Like its high-altitude brothers, it's designed to survey enemy territory and relay real-time images, the best kind of intelligence. But what's great about this UAV is its size. Skylark marketing director Yair Kirin believes this gives Skylark an edge.
Well, what makes it really unique is that it has all the feature of a much larger UAV, all really packaged down in a downsized system, which is affordable and give you the right information at the right time for users like special operation people or land forces.
The Skylark was designed by Elbit. It evolved from bigger UAVs whose images were transmitted to a command and control center. Being bigger and heavier, they need either a catapult or a runway to launch. The Skylark's design team wanted to go much smaller. Weighing in at just 12 pounds and with a wingspan of less than 7 feet, the Skylark may look like a toy, but believe me, it's no plaything. With a top speed of 45 miles an hour and a range of 5 miles, it's ideal for close combat missions. In fact, it's so small, all of the parts can be carried in a backpack.
This is it, fully assembled. That's the backpack. Tell me the stuff that's in the backpack.
Okay, basically, this backpack can store up to 3 air vehicles with their payload. Depends on the configuration. It can be day or night payload. The air vehicle is assembled very, very easily. It's all snap and click, which make it fast to assemble and replacing parts after landing.
And so if you have an engine, something goes wrong, you can just rip it off.
Everything replaceable, very easy.
Piece of cake.
Yeah.
All right, let's take this up and show me what it's doing.
The Skylark can be launched either with a simple bungee or a mini launcher. And because it only takes 2 men to operate, even a platoon could carry one, giving them immediate access to a spy in the sky. Time for this little bird to stretch her wings. The Skylark is completely autonomous. Once it's launched, it flies by itself. Using a portable control pad, the only thing the operator has to control is the camera. Wherever it's looking, the Skylark will follow.
This is fantastic. Look at the stability right here. Yeah. So anywhere you want to look, that thing just locks into that spot, and the Skylark will just make the adjustment for it.
Yes, exactly. The most beautiful and efficient, most operational feature here is that what we call camera guide, which means wherever the camera looks, the AV will adapt and just fly there.
The stabilized camera allows it to hold a steady shot while it hovers above the target. And it can do all of this at altitudes as low as 100 meters because it is virtually silent. Unlike larger UAVs, this is battery-powered with an electric motor instead of a combustion engine.
And that gives you 2 benefits. One, it's absolutely quiet. The other thing, of course, is logistic. Logistically, you don't need any fuel, you don't need to tune the engine, you just replace the battery very much like you do on your cell phone. You charge it, and here you go.
And it's not just the flight that's autonomous. Landing this little bird couldn't be easier. It's designed to perform what's called a deep stall maneuver, which brings it down safely all by itself. It finds its own way back to base, then turns to fly into the wind and performs the entire landing procedure, all with just the push of a button.
You're gonna see now how easy it is. It's very not complicated. You can do it.
You let me do it?
Come on.
All right, let's do it. Thank you, sir. All right.
You're in charge now, I'm going.
All right, so take me through.
Okay, 3-second push on this button.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, you see now, you're on auto RH, which means return home.
So it's going to figure all this out for me?
Yeah, AV is going to come by itself. It doesn't matter if it's 10 kilometers from here. It will slowly descend, figure out the wind direction, and facing the wind, just come and land near us.
Great. Here it comes.
That's it. And there you go.
Floats. Why does it float so steady?
Has to be accurate to the point. You want to land in small areas, so you give it a coordinate, has to land on the point. Hop, hop, catch.
There it is, right there. Here it comes. Look at that. Just coming straight down, floating right there. No problem. Beautiful, beautiful. Perfect. Hey,
Okay.
perfect landing, huh?
Exactly, to the point.
Actually, you guys designed it. You guys are the smart guys. I just pushed a button. This is like a monkey. I mean, you could basically train. You trained me. It's like training a monkey to do
Come on. You did great.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. This is a smart vehicle that does smart things.
Exactly.
And I don't have to be a technical expert. I can use this in the field very easily. Me and my buddy could set the thing up, send it in the air, and it does its job.
Exactly right.
Coming up, the soldier has a new perspective on the battlefield thanks to the tiny SL Rambo. I use it with Skylark to sharpen my eagle eye on a reconnaissance training mission. I'm in Israel to find out about one of their very latest pieces of kit. For a small country with continuing border disputes, defense is critical, and the key to a great defense is good intelligence. Renowned for innovation in their weapons program, Israel continues to push the boundaries of military technology, and that includes the development of surveillance equipment. I've been granted special access to a test location near Jerusalem to see their newest surveillance breakthrough, the Skylark, a state-of-the-art unmanned aerial vehicle. But designers at Elbit have another trick up their sleeves, or make that on their sleeve. To allow soldiers on the front line to receive critical visual information, they've armed them with the latest technological breakthrough. What is this device that I'm wearing on my arm?
Well, what you're wearing here is the Rambo wrist monitor.
Marketing consultant Yona Kranz explains how the Rambo got its larger-than-life nickname.
Rambo stands for Receiver and Monitor for Battlefield Operations. This is designed to display the pictures gathered by the UAV on the air. In this case, the Skylark.
Basically, there are two versions. The analog V Rambo used with bigger UAVs and the digital SL Rambo used with the Skylark. What tactical advantages do you actually get as a battlefield commander with this?
Imagine that you are in an urban warfare situation where you don't see what's around the corner. And so you would send the Skylark to the air, and you see exactly what's waiting.
Real time. Then.
Real time.
Yes, and that's a big factor. I get real-time information from a source that's giving me a much better vantage point than I would be able to get any other way.
Exactly.
Any operator on the front line who needs the information can view this real-time footage simultaneously. Everyone has access to the same visual intelligence. To prove just how impressive these systems are together, I'm taking part in a training exercise. I'm part of a reconnaissance team, and our mission is to gather intelligence about a suspected arms deal. We have eyes on the ground, but the open terrain makes it difficult for us to get any closer without revealing our whereabouts, putting us in the line of fire.
I am in a great position to take a shot, but that's not my mission. I'm here to find out what's actually happening below. What I need is a better point of view.
Time to send a command to release the Skylark. Although I have direct line of sight at ground level, our little spy in the sky could provide critical intelligence. And just like that, from the safety of a covered position, I get a real-time bird's-eye view on the SL Rambo.
I've got two vehicles.
What is that? I got 5 tangos.
I got somebody doing the 12, somebody doing the 6.
What is that?
Totally unaware they're being watched, the targets carry on with their exchange, providing hard evidence of exactly what they're up to.
Looks like they just took the package.
Looks like AK-47s?
Yeah.
As the arms deal is finalized, the culprits are totally unaware that eyes are locked onto their every move.
So the pickup is the target?
Pickup is the target.
Roger that. Looks like they're headed east?
Heading east, and he's in a real rush.
Tell you what, it's a lot easier looking at a monitor and clearly seeing what's happening in that battle space than looking through this scope. Now I can clearly see what's happening with those vehicles. I know, and the battlefield commander knows exactly what's happening at the same time. Now, we can intercept whenever we want.
The combination of Skylark and Rambo brings all of the advantages of covert aerial reconnaissance to even the smallest unit operating on foot. Next, from a high-tech bird to a beast of burden. Meet the robotic mule that takes the weight off the soldier's back. Never before in the history of the United States has the warfighter been asked to do so many different types of missions. With those missions comes a lot of equipment. With that equipment comes a lot of weight. So much weight that it actually becomes difficult to do the mission. In ancient times, they used to use beasts of burden to carry the load. On the battlefield of the 21st century, they have robots. This is the Mule. MULE stands for Multi-Function Utility Logistics and Equipment Vehicle. its six-wheel drive system gives it the ability to take on obstacles that would stop other vehicles dead in their tracks. Weighing in at 3.5 tons, this unmanned ground vehicle can go just about anywhere. I come to Lockheed Martin near Dallas. The last time I was here, I tested Mule's little brother, the Squad Mission Support System. And these are just two of the latest additions to the U.S. military's army of robots.
Most people don't realize that right now there are over 4,000 robots being used in Iraq by our U.S. military forces.
In the air, at sea, and on land, more of the dull, dirty, and dangerous work in war is being taken on by machines. Now the Mule is being developed to do the same for the troops on the ground.
The Mule is designed to follow the infantry. It has extraordinary mobility.
Don Nimblett is Business Development Manager of Combat Maneuver Systems.
It literally can climb over obstacles. It can bridge gaps that no other wheeled vehicle can do. And thus it can follow the infantry when they move through very complex terrain, urban terrain, and very difficult situations.
3 types of Mule are in development: assault, countermine, and transport. The assault Mule will attack fortified enemy positions and provide fire support to the troops on the ground. With its onboard weapon systems, this Mule will have the biggest kick. Next is the countermine Mule. And as the name suggests, this is being developed to tackle a very specific threat. A suite of sensors will detect buried mines, report them to HQ, and eliminate them. Finally, there's the transport Mule. This version is at the most advanced stage. It already exists as a working prototype.
It shows the Army's commitment to modernizing while the war on terror is going on. It opens up the realm of what's possible with robots.
Major Brian Byers is the U.S. Army's program manager for the Mule.
When you think of what one soldier carries, he's got his rucksack, he's got his weapon, he's got his ammunition, he's got his water. You know, people don't think about how heavy water is to carry around.
You're really loading that guy up.
Exactly.
You take a 165, 185-pound guy, and now he's weighing 230.
240, exactly. Yeah. And so it allows him to save that energy from hauling stuff around and use that energy for what we want to do, which is get on the battlefield and fight.
The 3 types of Mule will work together. The assault version can recon a large area of terrain, and the countermine Mule can detect what lies below it.
I think we found the bunker we've been
Once
looking
a
for.
battlefield has been surveyed, then the transport Mule is good to go. Troops can control the Mule from many miles away, performing reconnaissance missions on the battlefield without putting soldiers' lives in harm's way. Up to 100 mules of all types will be deployed in a brigade, including around 40 transport vehicles, each one taking the weight usually carried by 20 men.
The whole idea behind this vehicle is to take the load and the grunt work off the soldier.
Michael Norman is the project manager for the Mule prototype.
This right here you see represents basically a 2-squad mission package. We can load out about 2,000 pounds. It's something that's on top that allows quick access for the soldier to get to it and use it as needed.
Now, you talking about taking this thing into the fight with the soldier?
Absolutely. This is meant to go with the troop. That's the most unique thing about the Mule.
Designed and built in just 18 months, this prototype is powered by a diesel-electric engine and reaches speeds of 30 miles an hour. Its range of 60 miles on the road and 30 cross-country will dramatically increase the soldier's battlefield effectiveness. Based on the prototype tests, the Army is now predicting that the fully developed Mule will support a third of its future operations. A big part of that success has been its ability to handle a variety of obstacles. From meter-high walls to impossible-looking gaps. Using a laser radar, the vehicle senses where it is, makes its adjustments, and then keeps on going. 4-legged mules have a reputation for being stubborn. The military's version is anything but. In semi-autonomous mode, it takes commands like any good soldier.
Left and right there. And over here, gas. Piece of cake right there. Boom. A little gas, get the baby going forward. If you want to go backwards, just push the B button, add a little gas, and you're going backwards. It's pretty much that simple.
on, you can do it.
One of its most impressive features, the Mule can operate by itself. To test this fully autonomous mode, we're placing cones at specific GPS points. The position of these points are recorded and sent to the Mule. This prototype is being monitored by another vehicle with engineers for safety purposes. The common controller device controls when and where the Mule moves. They're hoping to deploy the first operational mules in 2014. This level of control gives commanders the option to send mules on missions considered too dangerous for the men. And the transport mule isn't just a workhorse for carrying soldiers' kit. It can provide invaluable support to soldiers in a combat zone. Think about casualties. Today, it could take up to 4 soldiers to carry a wounded man to safety. But the mule can carry both the casualty and a medic, leaving the combat team to continue fighting.
Robots are in our Army. They are not going away. They are not a fantasy, and it's only going to grow. Mule is part of that growth. We will provide the U.S. Army with an advanced capability in the very near future.
As a transport, countermine, and assault vehicle, the Mule definitely has a job in the Army and in future combat systems. Coming up, it's an assault weapon, and it's also a sniper rifle. This saber is a double-edged sword. Roswell, New Mexico, notorious for a UFO crash landing 60 years ago. I'm on my way to the Mystic facility, a low-profile training center which offers comprehensive training for special operations and counter-terrorist forces. On this 1,000-acre site, they have the resources to simulate every kind of threat scenario today's forces are likely to encounter. And it's here that I'll be putting a brand new weapon through its paces as part of an exercise with a U.S. Special Forces unit.
Good morning, sir. I'm Richard Macklin.
Identification, please. All right, go straight through.
It's the perfect place to test out a very novel weapons concept.
With the deadly realities of combat, you want to stack every advantage you possibly can in your favor. That means having the right weapon with the right round at the right time.
The Land Warfare Resources Corporation, otherwise known as LWRC, has just developed a weapon which promises all that and more.
This is the M4 assault rifle. It is the standard assault rifle for the U.S. military. It fires the small 5.56 millimeter round. Now, LWRC received a request from the guys in the field to make a weapon just like this, but designed to fire the 7.62 millimeter round.
The men behind the saber are Darren Wallors and Jesse Gomez.
Jesse and I were working on a 7.62 by 51 sniper platform. Some end users came to us and they said, well, we want a multi-purpose platform. We thought this was crazy, a 12-inch barrel on a 308, but you know, they're the guys in the thick of it.
Having that 7.62 makes a big difference. Right. You just feel more comfortable in the room when you're dropping a big round on somebody. You know that person's going to feel it.
Exactly. Our U.S. troops are limited to 2 rounds, 5.56 and 7.62 by 51. I mean, if it was me, I want to throw a brick downrange versus a BB.
Exactly. When I look at this weapon, I just think, man, you've got the big punch, you've got everything you need. Just walking in that room, coming in and out of vehicles, coming in and out of buildings, knowing that I have this weapon and it's got everything. And I tell you, it feels solid. It feels like, man, I own this weapon, and wherever I want that round to go, it's going to go.
I'm down there.
Yeah, I know. I get excited, man. I get excited, but look at this.
As a member of Special Forces, this soldier's identity has to be protected. He told us more about LWRC's new weapon.
The SABR 7.62 is a dual-use weapon in that you have a 12-inch barrel upper receiver that can be used for CQB, or close quarter battle. Basically anything within the tight confinements of a city, you know, working around vehicles, in and out of vehicles, inside a house, in an urban environment, anything you could typically run into.
The
reason this is such a great weapon is it looks and feels exactly like the M4, but fires the 7.62 round. A lot more stopping power in that bigger round. And as you can see, it's actually just a little smaller than the standard M4. But you've got a lot more firepower in this weapon. And it breaks down and feels exactly like that standard rifle that you've got all that muscle memory with. Lower receiver, upper receiver. You've got your bolt assembly right here, and your charging handle. But firing the bigger 7.62 round is just one of the advantages the Saber brings to the fight. One quick change of the upper receiver, and it's ready to take on a whole new role. Next, I'll show you how this assault rifle measures up as a sniper system. I'm at the Mystic Training Facility, where I've been testing the new Saber assault rifle. As an assault rifle, it's great, but as a sniper, I normally need something more specialized to do that job. This is the Remington 700. It is a standard bolt-action rifle for the 7.62 round. It can take out targets within 800 meters. Imagine if you gave the Saber that exact same capability. Today's assault rifle needs to fulfill many roles. The fact that this weapon fires a heavy-duty assault round opens up new possibilities for the Saber. This soldier is a Special Forces veteran of Afghanistan and Iraq.
The weight that goes into carrying two separate guns and then having to carry two separate kinds of ammunition, it just limits, your longevity on the battlefield, how long you can stay and what you can actually do.
By swapping the 12-inch barrel upper receiver for the 20-inch, in a matter of seconds, the Saber turns into a devastatingly accurate sniper rifle. And it's semi-automatic. It combines the precision of the Remington 700 sniper system with the rapid fire of the M4 assault rifle. Our Special Forces Staff Sergeant knows firsthand how big an advantage this is.
I was in Iraq in 2005, large battle. It was myself, another American, and 4 Iraqis from their Tier 1 unit. It was a 10-day operation where we were providing sniper support to a very large unit that was moving through the city. What we had to do was take our direct impingement 7.62 semi-automatic sniper rifle, slung across your back, and then in your hands you had a short-barreled 5.56 that you would use for the house-to-house piece. The beauty of this system is, you can put the 12-inch upper on for your house-to-house, street-to-street piece, and then just have the top half tucked in your pack. You got the flexibility of 2 different optical systems, 2 different barrel lengths, but yet it's only 1 caliber.
You've got 2 different weapons, 2 different rounds, and a lot of extra weight.
Yeah, every low wall, every doorway, you get hung up in, and so there's not much space for batteries, comm gear, anything like that.
That stuff gets frustrating after a while, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a 10-day obstacle course. Yeah. So, and there's the old saying, ounces equal pounds, pounds equal pain. Now we got 10 days of pain.
With one weapon system, you can clear the building, you can go to your overwatch position, change to the 20-inch sniper, counter-sniper, upper receiver assembly, and now you have a sniper weapon system in Overwatch.
The claim is the Saber can handle just about any situation. So I'm here at Mystic to put it to the test with members of a Special Forces unit. When you're on standby for a time-sensitive target, you need to be ready for anything.
We've got a frag order, our target's in the vicinity.
When you're called into action, you have to be ready for anything. The rest of my unit is using the M4. I'm taking the 12-inch Saber, but on my back, I've got the 20-inch barrel complete with sniper optics and a suppressor. Getting in and out of vehicles is easy with the short barrel Saber, and it's more compact than the standard M4.
Never forget, bad things can happen on the way to the target.
Sector secure!
task for the short-barreled saber is complete. It measures up well to the combat-proven M4.
Sector secure.
Now, 500 yards away, there's a new threat. Bad guys with AK-47s. Time for the saber to do something the M4 was not really designed to do.
I can't get out that far. And that's the beauty of having the saber.
Just like that, you have a sniper rifle.
And just like that, problem solved. And that's why you want a saber on your side.